Penny Lou, stop it. She's barking. Shush. Penny Lou, come here. She's being so bad. Come here. Okay, let's wait for a few people to hop on. Come here, baby. Come here. You want to say hi to my friends? What are you standing there? Come on. Oh, she's my vicious guard dog, just defending my home. Come here, baby. Come here. Come say hi to my friend. Come on. Hey. She doesn't want to. All right. I may not have any viewers at this hour. All right. Sorry. Shush. Come on. I might have to go grab her. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Come here. We'll wait for one or two people to hop on. Hello, Desmond. Oh, my goodness. She's ruining my show. Hey. Shh. Stop it. Stop. All right. Come on. Come say hi to my friends. Let me close this door. All right. So the trial has started. The Kaitlin Armstrong trial has started. Let me move this over there. There we go. Oh, I'll put it right there. Okay. Good news, bad news. Well, good news. It's not good news, but the trial has started. Kaitlin Armstrong, and I'll give you some background for those of you who aren't familiar with the case, began yesterday. However, it is not going to be live streamed. They live streamed the opening arguments, and then they cut off all the cameras, and the trial started. So yesterday and today, I think it's going on today, the trial has started, but we will not be able to watch it. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to be keeping up with the trial, and then hopefully, if I stick to it, every evening I'll come on and give a wrap up of what I've learned. You know, I'll be looking at the news articles and see what I can learn about what happened that day in trial, and see if there's anything new. But yeah, the judge has decided. They allowed the opening statements yesterday, which I watched. Horrific sound. You can barely hear it. I don't know if maybe if you have earphones, I didn't use earphones. If you have earphones, you might want to try to hear it. Just Google the opening statements, Kaitlin Armstrong trial or something like that. I watched the arguments, but it was so difficult. It's about an hour and a half long. The prosecution came on and he gave his arguments, and the evidence is overwhelming. The evidence of guilt against this young lady is overwhelming. Personally, that's my personal opinion, and we'll go over it in a minute. And then the defense lawyer came on, and his argument was basically, well, there's reasonable doubt. That's really the only defense they have, is to put, all he has to do is inject reasonable doubt that she committed the crime, and she cannot be found guilty. And basically saying no one physically with their eyes saw her shoot Mo Wilson, the young lady that died. Which, you know, yeah, nobody physically saw, but people heard. Well, they didn't see her as the person they heard screams, the neighbor heard screams. The Ring cameras show the truck of Kaitlin Armstrong right there, came up to the house. A few minutes later, left. There's what else? DNA evidence. I'm not sure if there's DNA evidence, but on top of that, the way she behaved with the crime, she fled the country on a fake, using her sister's passport. She had plastic surgery in Costa Rica. Was it Costa Rica? Every single thing the young lady, the Kaitlin Armstrong did points to her looking like she's very guilty. But I think the Ring cameras, that's one part I didn't have clear. Let's see. Can I put you down, baby? Are you going to be a good girl? Sometimes I put her down, she jumps off the couch, and she can't do that. She's handicapped, disabled. I don't know if the Ring cameras, I'm going to search that now. Did the Ring cameras see Kaitlin Armstrong going into the apartment of Mo, or the friend of Mo Wilson? Mo Wilson, to give you a backup, was in town for a bicycle competition, a cyclist. She was a dirt biker. I don't know what it's called. She rode competitively bicycles on dirt gravel roads. It's a special kind of biking. But so she was in town visiting. She had in the past a romantic connection with Kaitlin Armstrong's boyfriend when they were on a break. Kaitlin Armstrong and her boyfriend, I don't remember the boy's name. They were on a break romantically. They were living together still, but they had decided they would see other people. So they both dated other people. And then, whatever, it ended and they decided that they were going to be back together again. But in the meantime, during that break they were on, Kaitlin Armstrong's boyfriend, got to get his name. Kaitlin Armstrong boyfriend, I don't remember his name. Colin Strickland. Colin Strickland is the man in this love triangle. Colin Strickland dated Mo Wilson, the victim in the crime, for a little while, but then went back with Kaitlin Armstrong, and they became a couple again, Kaitlin Armstrong and Colin Strickland. Well, Mo Wilson, the victim of the that was killed, was in town for a cycling race, and Colin Strickland is also a professional cycler, a bicycler, and so that's how they met in the bicycle community. And I guess secretly he met up with Mo Wilson. He claims they're just friends. I find it kind of hard to believe, but okay. It could be they were both in the same business. They're both professional bikers. They have things in common. Okay, maybe they were friends, but I think he was having a little that's my personal opinion. That's not, he claims that no, we just met up as friends. Well, then why does he need to be hiding it? Because when Colin Strickland got back together with Kaitlin Armstrong, they agreed that he would no longer see Mo Wilson. And I believe I heard somewhere, or I read somewhere that Kaitlin Armstrong called Mo Wilson and said, look, it's over between you guys. We're back together. Don't come near him. I believe something like that happened. But whatever. Even if that didn't happen, Colin Strickland had agreed to Kaitlin Armstrong that he was not going to see Mo Wilson anymore, that they were back together. And so somehow Kaitlin Armstrong found out or figured out that Colin was meeting up with Mo Wilson that day. So, and he did, he snuck off and met up with Mo Wilson. They didn't apparently have any physical thing going on. I believe they went and had dinner somewhere, and then they went swimming at a public pool. It wasn't that they ran off and got together, had sex or whatever, but still they were sneaking around. So somehow Kaitlin Armstrong found out where Mo Wilson was staying at a friend's house, one of Mo Wilson's friends, and the belief is, innocent till proven guilty, but it is claimed that she went to the house in a jealous, anger to confront Mo Wilson. She did take a revolver with her, a revolver that was given to her by Colin Strickland for protection. They're in Texas, death penalty state. But anyway, screams were heard by the neighbors, and long story short, Mo Wilson is dead on her friend's floor, blood everywhere. All right, but I wanted to look up, was Kaitlin Strickland caught on ring cam? Was Kaitlin Armstrong, not Strickland, Kaitlin Armstrong seen entering apartment? Opening statement. Yeah. I didn't listen to all the opening statements. It was so frustrating. The sound is horrific. If you guys want to find it, see, if I had the closed captions on, so I was kind of following along, but I couldn't. It was an hour and a half of very, very poor sound. You could barely hear it. If one of you all wants to, but what I got out of it in the end was all the overwhelming evidence was given by the prosecution, and then basically what the defense is going to do is try to inject reasonable doubt. But I don't know how they're going to do it. But anyway, Kaitlin Armstrong, circumstantial evidence is the most, yeah, it's all circumstantial evidence. Exactly. That's what it is. There's no eyewitnesses, but I don't know if she was if they saw someone. Yeah, I can't see. Yeah, I'm not going to, I'll look later and I'll verify that. But I believe they didn't even have on ring cam. I'll read the chat in a second. Is there a quick synopsis? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you now. What I don't have clear is if they saw a figure, a person leaving the car. I think they didn't. I think they saw the car there or passing by. That part I have to get straight. I don't think anyone has any eyewitness of Kaitlin Armstrong even getting out of the car and going into the apartment. Maybe we'll have to verify that. But I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, how much is going to cost me, Hazy? Hazy. Go to stream. It's a Russian. Okay, well, I'll think about it. Thank you. So yeah, that's the synopsis. And now the trial is going on. So I'll come back in the evening or as soon as I get updates on the case, which I guess we'll find them in the news. They're probably allowing reporters in there so that they'll come out and give us the reports. But unfortunately, they're not live streaming it. Otherwise, we'd be watching the live stream every day now that I'm not working. So, but yeah, Google more about the case yourselves if you want to keep up with it. It's kind of, in my opinion, it's pretty much open shut case. And that's what a lot of people are saying. And exactly what the defense lawyer is saying. Oh, everybody's saying it's an open shut case, but it's not. Oh, and the other thing he did, he said there's reasonable doubt. He's going to try. And what they usually do is discredit the witnesses. So if he started discrediting two of the police witnesses, saying, well, this policeman did XYZ, so, he's not a reliable witness. And then he, tried to inject doubt into the other police person who also gave a report. So what they're going to, that's my phone. That's probably what they're going to do. Just every witness that the prosecution brings up, they're just going to discredit every witness as best they can. But I just don't see how, if she were innocent, why would she flee the country? The police went to her house. They figured out somehow that it was her truck. First, they thought it was Colin Strickland. He was the first person that they suspected. I think because the friend said, oh, this, that, and the other. They have their ways. And when they got to the house to question Colin Strickland, or maybe the friend of Mo Wilson, who she was staying with, said, oh, she went out with Colin tonight. So he was the last person supposedly to have seen her alive. So when they went to question him, that's when they discovered the truck that was on the ring cam was the same truck, or at least the same make and model. And so then, they said, oh, whose truck is this? And Colin told, oh, that's my girlfriend's truck. He had no idea, that she was involved. So they said, okay, well, then we're going to question her. It's her truck. And that's when she realized she was becoming the suspect, but they didn't have enough to arrest her yet. So when the police left, she sold the truck as soon as she can. She sold the truck. She went to her sister's house up in New York, got her sister's passport. So she fled the country on her sister's passport. And then she was in Costa Rica for a few weeks. And while she was down there, she had plastic surgery to change her nose. And so, it's just, if you're innocent, you wouldn't have fled the country. And then the police somehow were able to find her and they extradited her back to the US. And recently she escaped. They had taken her to a doctor's appointment for something. And she escaped, but they caught her again the same day. But, if you're innocent, you don't, But anyway, we'll see. But death penalty, Texas has a death penalty. So I don't know. I hope they don't give her the death penalty. As horrible as it is, what she may have done, if it turns out she's guilty, innocent till proven guilty, as much as I know from what evidence I've seen, online, I believe she's guilty. But I also understand what it's like to be a broken-hearted woman. So not that I agree that you need to kill anyone over it, but if she was just not feeling strong, you know. Anyway, all right. So that's all for this. I might come on later with something else, but I'm going to keep the things that are about Kaitlin Armstrong case separate. I'm not going to go off onto tangents, and then I may come on and do a ramble video. But thanks for stopping in, guys. Hope to see you following up on the trial with me. And anything you learn, come so we can discuss it in the chat. It might be interesting. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. You Twitchers, if you want, I'm over on YouTube as Ramble Scramble. I usually do a lot of stuff over on YouTube. I probably won't do the rambles on Twitch all the time. So mine more complete over on YouTube if you care. Okay. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping in.